Selling is a skill. To sharpen your sales skills, you need to attend a training program. Now, attending a training program will help you to develop a professional approach towards selling. Now, why a professional approach? Because you will be able to maximize your sales productivity and minimize on your sales call cycle. And thereby, you are really maximizing your productivity on the whole. The high 5 steps to selling is a time-tested, salesman-tested training program which will help you to develop professionalism in selling. The high 5 steps are getting attention of your prospect, sustaining your prospect's interest, convincing your prospect, stimulating desire in your prospect, and clinching the deal. Now let's analyze these 5 steps in a real life situation. When you as a professional salesperson enter a prospective customer's cabin, that person is bound to think a salesman has come to sell me a product and I need to be careful about this person. So you need to break the strangeness, because the strangeness being present there, you're not going to establish rapport at all. So in order to break the strangeness, you talk to your prospect briefly about something in which he is interested. And once your prospect is involved in the discussion and the conversation, an informal environment is created. And now you have prepared your prospect to listen to you. And now is the time you need to sustain your prospect's interest by trying to find out what are the requirements, what are the pain points, what are his personal ambitions. And the moment you can find out all these areas, the person gets interested in your presentation. Now, having sustained your prospect's interest, and now you need to convince your prospect, and now you need to talk about your product. Remember, your product might have a lot of features and a lot of benefits, but prospects don't buy a product just because there are lots of features and benefits. They want to see what is the applicability of that feature to the requirement. So you as a salesman should understand what those features are and accordingly pitch the feature and the benefit. And once you've done this successfully, your prospect sees a need for your product. Remember, nobody ever buys a product just because they need it. Because you and I need so many products, but we do not buy. Therefore, this need is only the logical conclusion of the brain. And this need has to be converted into a want. And for that, you must stimulate the desire in your prospect by making your prospect visualizing, using your product, enjoying it, and benefiting from it. Once you've done this successfully, you have created a want for the product. Now your prospect has fallen in love with your product. Remember the need of the brain to the want of the heart. And now here your prospect is all warmed up towards your product. But now it is not over. You need to go in for the close. It is like a football player can dribble the ball beautifully, tackling all the obstacles and the opponents. But when it comes to the goal mouth, you should have the diligence to score the goal. And that is the purpose of football. Similarly, you might have made the best of presentation, but your ability to close and ask for the order is very important. So this is where you need to gauge the pulse of your prospect. Now, how do you do that? By inserting a salesperson thermometer. In other words, trying to find out whether your prospect is cold, warm, or hot. And then when the prospect is hot, you go in for the close and ask for the order. And your prospect will only be too happy to place the order with you, because you as a professional salesperson have helped your prospect to buy a product instead of selling him one. You bet that is what is professional selling all about. Come, join me in the Milt Sales Pro High 5 Steps to Training, an intensive sales training which will help you to develop professionalism in selling. And I'm sure you will maximize on your sales productivity and profitability.